Thanks for stopping by my channel. Today I want to continue on my mental health series. In this episode I will talk a bit about different types of depression. Before I made a video on depression and went into symptoms, so I won't go into this so much in this video. This video will be more focused on different types of depression. I want to start off by mentioning a quote by Chester Bennington about depression. I don't want to do anything. I don't feel like doing anything. I don't like anything. Okay, so now into the different types. Here are some types of depression. Major depression or clinical depression. Then we have persistent depressive disorder, and that can be chronic major depression or dysthymia. It is a low-grade depression. And then there is treatment-resistant depression. Then we have bipolar depression, and then there is seasonal affective disorder and situational depression, and also psychotic depression and atypical depression and postpartum depression and premenstrual dysphoric disorder. If you have clinical or major depression, you have very severe symptoms. Persistent depressive disorder is when the depression is 2 years or longer. It can be a chronic major depression, or you can have dysthymia. It's a bit less intense symptoms and not as severe as major depression. Then we have treatment-resistant depression. It's about 1/3 of depression cases. You try several treatments without getting desired results. After that we have bipolar depression. You can get an onset of recurring depressions very early in life, and they can be of different severities. And after a decade or more, you can get the first mania. So it's not like you get both mania and depression at first, but you get recurring depressions first before the onset of mania. Seasonal affective disorder is when you are very sensitive towards different seasons. For example, at the autumn or winter when it's dark outside, you will get depressive symptoms. Situational depression is when you get a depression that is caused by, for example, death in family or loss of job or a hard breakup or divorce. Then we have psychotic depression. It's basically when you have a major depression with psychotic symptoms. For example, you can have hallucinations, so you hear and see things that aren't real. And also you can have delusions and paranoia. So you can believe that some people is out to get you when they aren't. Then we have atypical depression. It is when you have depressive symptoms, but positive events can light you up and make your mood a lot better. So you feel happy, for example, when you are with friends or when something positive happens in your life in general, and then you go back to the depressive state. And then we have postpartum depression. It's when mothers get major depressive symptoms in weeks or months after baby is born due to life changes. It's worth to mention that even men can get postpartum depression, and it's around 1 in 10 men. And we also have premenstrual dysphoric disorder. It's basically severe PMS. So you can get depressive symptoms, mood swings, anxiety, trouble focusing, and very low energy just before a cycle. When making videos on these heavy topics, I will always mention that it might not seem like it now, but it can get a lot better. And I will include phone numbers to suicide prevention hotlines in the description. I hope you find the content interesting. If you did, please hit like and subscribe. See you next time. Thanks. Bye.